Hi there, folks. Malachi here from Leafenston. It's been a couple weeks, and I haven't had much of a video idea over the past few weeks. But last week, I hiked to a fishing spot that my girlfriend and I, not my girl, my ex-girlfriend and I, found last year, but one that we used. It's a spot on the trail. I'm here at Griffey Lake, and today I'm just going to take the short hike to that spot. It's probably my favorite short hike, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So yeah, I worked this afternoon, but as you guys can see, it is a beautiful evening, and I did not want to spend it cooped up in my apartment. I'll probably spend a lot of it cooped up in my apartment, but I'd like to get out, have a little bit of a walk, and what better way to enjoy my walk than to share it with you guys. The parking lot, you can see where the cars are, if I can find my finger. Yeah, cars heading right in there. There's the parking lot. So along this walkway here is the path to the trail, and it begins right up ahead of me. It's where it leads into the woods, at least. I guess you could consider this part of the trail. This is if anyone is familiar with Bloomington or the Bloomington area, this is Griffey Lake. It's a very popular spot for like hiking enthusiasts, fishermen. People fish all up and down this pathway here. It is also a very good spot for hiking. There are a couple really nice trails littered throughout here, and you can see right here a pretty good incline leading down into this trail. Yeah, it's a really great little lake. There's a small boat ramp, so for boat enthusiasts, specifically kayakers, you can get like a little John boat out here. A lot of people fish on, like I said, little John boats with just small outboard motors. But generally, it's a very kayak and small boat focused lake. But kayakers flock to this place in the winter and the fall, and I would like to get into kayaking relatively soon. I don't really have space to store a kayak right now, but hopefully I'm moving to a place with kayak storage, and if I still am in Bloomington, I would love to christen my kayak on Griffey Lake. I'll probably buy a used kayak, so it won't quite be christening the kayak, but you get the idea. But this is a lovely short little walk. Like I said, I recorded a video out here last week, and about 5 seconds into my video, my microphone died. So that kind of bummed me out. It was a little over 20 minutes worth of footage, but it happens, right? It was a pretty sad day. Anyway, I had fun coming to the lake, but going to the spot made me a little sad. I think I'm in a better mindset today, and be able to have a little more fun with it. But there are all these cool little stop-offs, like this one here. I don't know if you can see because of the sun, like this here, and a few more, all up and down this trail, all of which are perfect spots to stop off and fish. Obviously can't bring a ton of gear because it's a little bit into the woods, but you know, with light tackle, it's a really cool spot. There's a lot of pressure back there toward the parking lot on that gravel path that I showed you guys. Lots of pressure. Sometimes in the fall, fall is my only point of reference because I've only spent the fall and winter here in Bloomington, but sometimes in the fall you just couldn't even get a spot. It'd be like almost shoulder to shoulder fishermen up that way. Not quite shoulder to shoulder, but effectively shoulder to shoulder. You don't want to be butted up right against someone while fishing, because it's not very effective and it's kind of rude. So that spot, I mean, all the while back by that parking lot, it can be good. I actually caught my biggest fish yet there, my personal best. like a 3 or 4 pound bass, but I caught it pretty early in the morning when not many people were out. I'll drop a picture of that. And I caught it with my Lew's Mach Crush, which is a pretty nice rod that I didn't buy, and there's a story behind that, but I'll save that for another video when I'm at the lake where I acquired it, because I'll definitely be shooting a video there sometime. Now that the weather's turning nice, I've mentioned it before, but I want to start leaning toward doing outdoor videos. First of all, just because I don't really want to smoke in my apartment very much for obvious reasons. And I just love being outside. Love hiking. Love fishing. I didn't bring my tackle out to fish today just because I haven't had it out this year. I didn't feel like reorganizing it, and I would like to reorganize it before I fish in any serious capacity. And like I said, I worked earlier, and so this isn't going to be a very long trip. You can see the sun is pretty low in the sky, and probably have like an hour of daylight at best. And this is only about a 10-minute walk, so it should be okay. But it's a lovely little hike. I'm approaching some people up here, so I will pause. Well, it seems I'm behind them, so I'll just slow down a little bit. This is one of the more treacherous parts of this hike. This little rock face here, with this little tiny walkway, which is mostly made of this root. There are 2 branches of this hike. One is way up on top of that hill, and it gives you a pretty good view over the lake. This one here is right up along the edge of the lake. It also gives you a great view because you're right on the lake, and obviously this is the one you would use if you wanted to fish along the trail. But we're not doing that today. Someone is. As I said, just saw a fellow fisher person enjoying one of the spots on this trail, which makes me happy to see. I'm glad that other people had the same idea and are taking advantage of it in the same way, because it's a good trail for it. Didn't have too much of a video idea. Didn't really feel like smoking any tobacco this evening. Just wanted to get outside and enjoy the weather. And like I said, I had some material at this spot, a little over 20 minutes worth of footage last week, and that fell through. Technical issues. You take what you can get. This is a pretty middling sized lake. Call it a small lake, really, but like it's a decent lake. I don't know how well you can see, but it's pretty big. It's big enough for a good day on a kayak. Probably 40 minutes to an hour's row out that way and back. There's a dam way over there, right where my finger is. There's a road that goes along it, I think. Maybe not. I don't think so, actually. I think the road goes way out behind the dam. But anyway, it's a pretty extensive lake for a kayak. And there's a trail that circumnavigates the entire lake. And I have not taken that trail yet because I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a 3 or 4 hour hike. And I just haven't been well prepared enough for it. But I will get around to that eventually. Here we are at the spot. Here's the trail. There's a pretty steep incline here. You can't see it all that well. I'll try to show you the grade here. Whoa, I'm slipping. But I'll take this real easy because it's pretty steep, pretty gravelly, and I don't want to go tumbling into a lake. So I tripod and my phone in my hand. But here's the spot. It's a pretty nice, open, sort of shaly spot. I've caught a fair bit of bluegill here and some little tiny largemouth. Had maybe 1 or 2 actually like really good days of fishing out here. A couple days where we didn't get all that much action, but I think that was a consequence of the days themselves rather than the spot. But there's a bench right up on the top of the hill. I won't go up there right now because there's some people relaxing and I don't want to interrupt them. But yeah, it is a wonderful spot. I love just coming down here and relaxing. It does make me kind of sad, like I said, because there are some tender memories connected to this place with finding this place and coming out to here. Actually, the video that I took last week is the first time that I've been here by myself. And it was pretty, like I said, I got pretty sad, but I still enjoyed my time here. I sat and had a bowl up on the bench right up the way. Got some footage that was compromised, but what can you do? I mentioned that I was going to get a haircut in my last video, and I got the haircut. I'm not very excited about it. It was a little too high, too short, but it's grown out a little bit, and I'm able to style it a little more, even though my head is kind of high. Got a big old forehead, so I don't know how I feel about the style, but it's about all I can do with with it right now. But yeah, this is the spot. Like I said, it's a wonderful little spot. It's a good place to spend an evening. Like I said, I've spent a couple evenings here, and those are tender memories that I cherish. But nothing to do but make my own memories here. I don't want to spoil the place for myself, and it's a wonderful little place, so I will try to appreciate it for what it is. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, but way out along this way, there's a trail. The trail runs along the shoulder of the lake right there. And like I said, it wraps completely around the lake, so it's a very nice trail. Sorry, those people up there are fishing, and I think they might want to use this spot. I think they saw me down here and moved along. Just pretty unfortunate. I would have moved for them, but I don't think they wanted to interrupt me. But maybe they'll be able to stop on the way back and throw some lines. But yeah, I mean, this is the spot. This is the hike. As I said, it's a very short one. 10 minutes. That's about perfect, honestly. You can come out here in the morning. It's like 10 minutes from my apartment, a 10-minute drive. So I could be out here, get a fun little hike in, be back to my car and back home, and probably showered within an hour. So I should start incorporating that. Maybe not this particular spot, but at some other short trails here. There are a lot of really, really small, really accessible trails at this lake. And like I said, it's just a really cool community place here in Bloomington. It's free access for everyone. You can fish here, you can boat here. They have pretty cheap boat rentals, which I will have to take advantage of sometime soon and hopefully make a video of. And tons of little trails for a nice, quick little hike. And if you are, like I said, familiar with the Bloomington area and familiar with Griffey Lake in particular, tell me some of your memories or favorite memories at Griffey Lake, that is. And tell me if you're familiar maybe with this trail. It's like I said, right off the parking lot. It leads right from the gravel causeway. Well, like the causeway where you drive your car over. Like I said, there's a shoulder with like a gravel path, and it leads right up here into the woods. And I think this might be the trail that circumnavigates the lake. I think so, because like I said, oftentimes I'll hear people and see people up along that edge right over there. There's a small inlet right here, and I can see way off there a trail along the edge of this here. So I think this is the trail. And unfortunately, I don't have a ton of storage right now, so this will have to be a short one. But I made it here in time. Got to show you guys the place. Got to share some words with you guys, share some views with you guys, and I hope the change in the weather here in the Midwest United States, at least, because I know I have a couple viewers from other parts of the world, and I'm not quite sure how weather is affecting all over the place right now. But at least here in my locality, the weather's been wonderful over the past week, and I hope that everyone has had an opportunity to enjoy it at least a little bit. Even if you don't like getting outside and taking walks and stuff, it's still nice to look outside and see a pretty afternoon. You know, open the window, feel a nice breeze, and I hope all of you have been able to take advantage of that. And I want to thank everyone for spending the time to watch this video, spending the time to share this hike with me. Like I said, a hike. It's a walk, but a small hike. I'd call it a small hike into the woods. And I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, wonderful rest of their weeks, as usual. And I think I'll leave you guys with that. Have a good one.